salvation. Jesus.
By your love, you have redeemed us. By your love, you came to
Heal us.
By your power, we proclaim. You are the Lord.
You are Lord
You're the rock
of my salvation. You're the God of all creation,
You're the Lord.
of every nation.
You're Jesus.
Jesus
By your love, you have
redeemed us.
By your love, you came to heal us. By your power, we proclaim.
You are the Lord. You are the Lord. You are the Lord. You are the Lord. Yes, Lord, you are the Lord. There is none like you. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. My name is Anita, and I want to just start a conversation, a podcast going, maybe more of a conversation about how God helps us in our families. I know, I'm just adding my take on it. I know, certainly for us as Christians, the Lord asks us to teach our children in the way and bring our children up in the Lord, and for us ourselves to walk with the Lord throughout our daily lives. So a lot of the one question I will be answering is, how do we do that? How do you do that on your own, with your children, with other members of your family? What is the impact if you do? What is the impact if you don't? How do you deal with things that maybe you've inherited, things that are in your own life that affect your family? So I will seek to answer some of those questions in this podcast. And to do that, I think it's best to always start at the beginning. So I will be sharing a lot of my own story, how God has helped me through my family. I have two children, a boy and a girl, and they're adults. So they're not young; they are adults. And just share more of my story and how God has helped me, and maybe it might resonate with someone. You might be able to relate to some of my stories, or you might learn something from it. Even in my own life, I know, I'm still learning. I'm not at the end of learning. I don't think we ever come to the end of learning until we go to meet the Lord. Or he comes first. So we are continually learning day by day. I learn a lot through my family, both sides. I learn a lot through my sister. I learn a lot through friends, colleagues, just everyday life even. There's a lot to learn. So as I said, I'm going to start at the very beginning, and I'm going to share some of my story as, from the beginning. So I was born in the UK, in London, heart of London. And my parents were here. My parents are both Ghanaian, so different parts of Ghana. And I'm one of four siblings. So we are all girls, four sisters. We have twins in the mix. And we grew up here until I was about 9. And then at 9, my dad decided, or my mum and my dad decided, that we would go to Ghana. And as far as I knew at the time, we were just going for a holiday, man. We were just going for a holiday. We'd come back. We never came back. Well, not for a very long time. And as I said, I was 9 years old, and a very long time, I mean almost about 20 years in total, that I stayed outside of the UK. So went to school in Ghana. When I was I think when we went in September, and by the April of the following year, my mum had come back to the UK with my younger sister, and left me and the twins with two different aunties. So we were split. We were split in Ghana. I went to live with one auntie, the twins went to live with another auntie, and my mum brought my younger sister back to England. It was a tough time. I think, needless to say, a lot of trauma, separation, anxiety, not being understood, not being able to understand what is going on there, differences in culture. It was certainly a culture shock. So I stayed with that aunt for 2 years. The twins stayed with the other aunt for 2 years. And after that, my mum came back again. But when she came back this time, my parents were divorced. So bear in mind, when we went to Ghana the first time, we didn't go with my dad. My dad stayed in the UK and we went. So my mum then left us and came back. And by the time she came back after 2 years, it's like, well, your dad and I have divorced and that's the end. I have got custody and you're not seeing your father again. Which was a big blow to me, especially because I think being the oldest, and my mum had the twins pretty quick after me. So I was always a daddy's girl. You know, I did all the daddy things, went out with daddy, spent time with daddy, got treats. My dad used to work for an export company. So and they export things like haberdashery, bags, you know, the women's kind of stuff. So we had all these samples at home. And I also always used to dress up and take my bag, and I'm going off to Sunday school. Even then, my parents didn't go. They sent me. I went by myself to Sunday school, to Salvation Army. But I took my little bag with me and I'd go. So needless to say, that break was a big trauma for me. I found it very difficult to adjust both ways. So, you know, it's like one, you've been sent to this place, you begin to settle, you're getting on with life, begin to learn the language and all that. And then mum comes back and it's like, bang, everything turns upside down again. And when I say upside down, it absolutely did turn upside down, because from then on, my experience in Ghana was just horrendous. A lot of family feuding, people not agreeing how we do this and how we do that. And that was just their way. And so we grew up in it. You know what you know. Eh? When you know better, you do better. They didn't. God bless them. And so it was just argue after argue. And this went on till I was about 17. So when my mum came in, I came back, I was just about on my way to go to secondary school. So I went to a nice, prestigious secondary school in Ghana. Everybody knows the name. And then I left. I left when I'd done my O-levels. And then I came home. And I came home to a very chaotic life. With lots of argument, not being settled, having to move places, poverty, real abject poverty. I'm not going to say more than that. And so when I was about 19, I got a job through one of my uncles. So I was working as a teacher, you know, pupil teacher, they call them in Ghana. And I worked for 2 years, but I just couldn't cope. I think having been to secondary school and tasted independence, it was like, I'm out of here. And so I left. And I followed some person off to Nigeria, and I lived there for another 10 years. And there I met someone, I had my son, and then I came back to the UK. So very checkered childhood, adolescence, a lot of abuse of all kinds. And so I think by the time I came back here, I was a very broken person. I had no idea what life was about. I didn't know my left from my right. I was living out of my pain glasses. You know, you put your pain is here and you're living out of that, basically. I couldn't really see the world for what it was, or even see my place in it, or what I wanted, or how I wanted things to be. You had some idea, but considering what I know, certainly my peers and even my own kids at that age, it was very different. So anyway, I'm going to keep this very short. So I'm going to end this start here. You can write in the comments just to let me know. Do you resonate with any part of my story? I want you one of those other parents shipped back to some country or other, and your life was just a mess after that. Leave me a comment down below, and I'll do my best to read as many as I can and reply to them. Take care. God bless you. I pray that the Lord be with you and keep you and make his face shine upon you. We are all children of the Most High. He is an awesome God. He is good. He is faithful. He is kind. And keep well until next time. God bless. Bye.